Hi, today I would like to show you how to knit this lovely cardigan, so if you are interested, stay with me. And I just quickly want to encourage you to leave a thumb up and click that subscribe button so I can develop my channel. We are going to need 9 balls of yarn. Mine is from Drops Cotton Merino and it is 50% cotton and 50% wool, so this sweater is going to be perfect for every season. Also some 5mm needles. Whole body of cardigan will be knitted in rows, so you can use straight or circular needles. I prefer circular ones because they are more comfortable for me. Circular needles are required for knitting sleeves, and I have here 5mm circular needles with total length 23 centimeters, but you can also use ones with longer cable and work with magic loop technique from the beginning of the sleeve. You can also use double-pointed needles as well. We are going to start by casting on stitches. But first of all, we need to make a slip knot to get our yarn on the needle. This is the ending of my working yarn. Wrap it around your fingers, draw it through, and here you go. Slide your slip knot onto the needle and pull it. The slip knot is not our stitch. We are going to slide it from the needle. Now ensure the working yarn with your fingers and wrap it around your thumb and forefinger just like that. Take your needle under and then over the yarn, pull it, and here you go. This is your first cast on stitch. Under, over, and that is all. We need to cast on 78 stitches. Remember that the slip knot is not our stitch. Don't count this one. I've just casted 78 stitches on. Needle with stitches on is in your left hand. We are going to knit all of the stitches in first row. How to knit the knit stitch? Take your empty needle and put the point of your needle through the stitch. Work from the left to the right. And now pick the yarn and draw through the stitch. Slide the loop from the left needle and here you go. This is how to do the knit stitch. One more time. Put the needle through, take the yarn, slide from the needle. There is a whole video about knit stitches on my channel. If you would like to watch it, I will put the link in top right corner. And remember that the first row is always the hardest, so keep that in mind. So knit all stitches. I've knitted all stitches. This is a slip knot, and as I said before, I'm sliding it from the needle. Rotate. I'm taking 4 markers and I'm going to place it. If you don't have any, you can also take the yarn in different color and just tie it around needle. I'm placing first marker after 4 stitches. Second, after 16 stitches after first one. Third one, 38 stitches after, and last one, 16 stitches after. It should be 4 stitches to the end of the row. This is how it is presenting. This part is going to be back of the cardigan, sleeves and front. Now we are going to purl all stitches and this will be wrong side of the project. On wrong side we are not increasing. How to knit the purl stitch? Take your empty needle and put the point of your needle through the stitch. Work from the right to the left. Wrap the yarn around your right needle. Slide the loop from the left needle and here you go. This is how to knit the purl stitch. If you want to practice purl stitches, I will put the link in top right corner to my other video where I've showed you how to knit the purl stitch. Slide marker to right needle just like this and purl all stitches. I've just made a row of purl stitches. Rotate, and now we are on the right side of the project, and on the right side of the project we are going to increase number of stitches. One stitch behind and one stitch after all of markers, and one stitch after first stitch and behind last stitch. Stitches near markers we are going to increase every single time we are on right side of the project, so in conclusion in every second row, but stitches at the front every fourth row. So knit first stitch, yarn over, just wrap the yarn around your needle, knit all stitches to the marker. Yarn over. Slide the marker to your right needle, knit one stitch, yarn over, and knit all stitches to the next marker. Yarn over, slide marker, knit one, yarn over. And repeat that at third and fourth marker. Stop before last stitch. Yarn over, knit last stitch. And we've just made a row in which we increased number of stitches. Rotate, and we are now on the wrong side of the project. So this means that we need to purl all stitches. Purl first stitch, and this is our yarn over. And we are now going to purl this one through back leg of the stitch. So this is front leg, this is back leg, and put the point of your needle from the back. Purl next stitches. And this is yarn over, so again purl it from the back leg. And repeat that till the end of this row. I've knitted row of purl stitches and rotate, and we are back on the right side, which means we are going to increase number of stitches. And as I said before, increasing at the front of the sweater happens only every fourth row. So we did this last time when we were on the right side, and this time we are skipping this part. Okay, to sum up, we are increasing stitches only at the markers in this row. So knit stitches to first marker, yarn over, slide marker, yarn over, and repeat that till the end of the row. Purl all stitches in next row, and we are going to repeat this several dozen times. I will come back to you after that. Okay, so I've knitted some more rows, and this is how it is looking right now. I have about 23 centimeters. In front I have 44 stitches per 90 stitches at the back and 68 stitches per for the sleeves. And now this is the last time when I increasing at the front, because after that I will have equal number of stitches at the front and the back. And when we are going to continue the body of cardigan, we are not increasing any stitches. And in this row we are going to place stitches for sleeves for another needles. So if you don't have any, you can also use yarn. Pick 5mm needles or less, because you don't want to stretch your stitches. Okay, so let's knit this. Knit first stitch and yarn over, knit all stitches till the marker. Take another needles and just slide all stitches. Do this till the next marker. And now we must secure our needles. I'm putting the point of my needle to the other side, just like that. And now I can be sure that everything is secured, and this will be our sleeve. Before we start knitting next stitches, we need to cast on 2 stitches, just like at the beginning of the cardigan. And now knit all back stitches till 3rd marker. And again, take another needle and slide all stitches. Secure needles. Cast on 2 stitches and start knitting rest of the stitches. Stop before last stitch. Yarn over. Knit last stitch. Okay, so this is how it is looking right now. These are stitches for sleeves, and now we are going to keep on working in rows without increasing. Just work back and forth in rows till you achieve satisfactory length. I want to quickly show you how to work on these cast on stitches. Just purl it by back leg, just like before. Okay, I've knitted more rows and this is how it is presenting right now. Here I have 37 centimeters. And now I want to start a rib stitch, so I need to knit 1 stitch, then purl 1 and repeat that till the end. Okay, let's knit this. Knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. And now we can see our knitted stitches, and these are purl stitches with this yarn at the front. And now, knitting a rib stitch when we are working back and forth in rows, the point is that stitch that we knit at right side, we need to purl at the wrong side. So keep knitting 1 stitch and purl 1 stitch. And now I finished the first row of rib stitch and I purled last stitch. So now I'm starting with knit stitch, and after that purl stitch and knit stitch again and repeat till the end. I've knitted a few rows of rib stitch and now I have 5 centimeters of it. And it is time to cast off stitches. Slide first stitch, yarn over, knit 1 stitch, and now take the first 2 stitches over knitted stitch. And again, yarn over, knit 1 stitch, take first 2 over last knitted, and repeat this till the end. And this is how it is looking right now. And it is time to knit sleeves. I'm going to use needles with total length 23 centimeters, which I mentioned at the beginning. And we are going to start knitting in rounds. Here we casted on stitches, and now to avoid any holes we are going to cast on additional 6 stitches. Take the yarn, put the point of your needle through and carefully take the yarn. Again, remember to secure your yarn and do this 6 times. And now we are going to knit the rest of the stitches. We can knit them immediately from this smaller needle. And now we just knit them all. And thanks to the fact we are going to work in rounds, all of the stitches we are going to knit, not like before when we knitted one row and then purl second. So keep working around, and after 20 rows we are going to cast off 2 stitches. Okay, so I've knitted 20 rows and now it is time to cast off stitches. Knit 1 stitch after marker and then knit 2 stitches together. Just like knitting 1 stitch, but you put the point of your needle through 2 stitches. Keep knitting and stop 2 stitches before marker. Okay, I have 2 stitches left and now slip first stitch to your right needle, knit 1 and take first stitch over just knitted 1. And that's it. Keep working in round and cast off in every 11th row. Okay, I'm back with the finish of our sleeves. You can see now that I already knitted 1 sleeve and this is how it is looking. It's quite long. Here I've wrote how many rows I knitted and how many times I casted off stitches. So after first 20 rows we casted off 2 stitches and after that I casted off 2 stitches after every 10 rows. And I've knitted 5 more rows at the end. So to sum up, I've casted off 8 times and we started with 74 stitches and now I have 58 left. And now we are going to knit the rib stitch and we are going to knit 25 rows. And now I'm using needles with longer cable because I want to work with magic loop technique. We are going to reduce number of stitches by half. So take the longer needle and knit 2 first stitches together. So just like knitting 1 stitch, but you put the point of your needle through 2 loops. And now purl 2 together. And then again knit 2 together. And work like this till the end of the row. Last few stitches depends of how many stitches you have, but you need to purl last stitch because we started with knit stitch. So if you knit 2 stitches and then there is 3 left, purl 1, knit 1 and then purl 1. If you purl 2 stitches and then there is 2 left, knit 1 and then purl 1. Just stop a few stitches before end of the row and you will see how you need to knit them. Okay, so keep knitting and reducing the number of stitches. I've reduced number of stitches by half, and now I would like to show you how to work with magic loop technique. All stitches are on the cable, and now take the cable out in half. These stitches put back onto the needle and the rest are on the cable. Here it is my working yarn. And now I can keep working with 1 by 1 rib stitch. Knit 1, purl 1 till there will be no stitches left. I'm just quickly knitting them so I can show you what to do next. Now this needle is empty and stitches are on this one. These stitches I'm sliding onto the cable and this from cable I'm taking back onto the needle. And I'm keep working with rib stitch. And I'm knitting 25 rows and I will come back to you with casting off stitches. I've knitted 25 rows and now it is time to cast off stitches. Slide first stitch from the needle, yarn over, knit 1 and now take first 2 over just knitted 1. And again, yarn over, knit 1 and take first 2 over. And repeat this till there will be no stitches left. And this is how it is looking. Now it is time for final element which will finish our cardigan. This is how our cardigan is looking right now, so let's keep knitting. Take needle and yarn and we are going to insert point of the needle through back leg of the stitch. Just take the yarn like this. And through next stitch. And do this till you get to the beginning of the sleeve. I have all these stitches on my needle and now we are going to insert our needle differently. Now you need to put the point of your needle under stitch, just like this. And keep working like this till you get to the end of the second sleeve. And then you are going to insert point of your needle through back leg of the stitch just like before. Okay, as you can see, I have all my stitches on my needles and now we are going to work with rib stitch. So slide first stitch and then knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1 and repeat. I've knitted 5 rows of rib stitch and now it is time to do holes for buttons. Take 4 markers and place them after 17, 40, 63 and 86 stitches. So take first marker and place it after 17 stitches. Second marker after 23, third again after 23, and last one 23 stitches after. So we have our markers and we can do holes for buttons. I picked gold one, but you can use whatever buttons you like. Okay, knit rib stitch till the first marker. Slide the marker, and now we are going to cast off 3 stitches. Put the point of your needle through 2 stitches and knit, just like you would knit 1 stitch. Take this stitch back onto the left needle and again knit 2 together. Take this stitch back and knit 2 together. And now keep working with rib stitch till the next marker and repeat this after every marker. And now again cast off 3 stitches, knit 2 together, take this stitch back, knit 2 together, take this stitch back, knit 2 together, and knit rib stitch till the next marker and then cast off 3 stitches and repeat this after last marker. Then knit rib stitch till the end of the row and came back to this marker. Okay, I'm back next to my marker and now we need to cast on 3 stitches. Do this just like in the beginning and then rib stitch. Cast on 3 stitches when you get to the next marker and repeat this till the end of the row. And these are holes for buttons. And now knit a few more rows of rib stitch and then cast off all stitches just like we did while making holes for buttons. Okay, after hand washing and sewing buttons, my cardigan looks like this. I'm very happy with the effect, it is super soft and thanks to the yarn I used, it will be perfect for every season. Okay, so that is all for today. If you make this cardigan, please tag me on your Instagram pictures. If you want to learn more, please make sure that you've subscribed my channel, and if you found that video helpful, please leave a thumb up and comment below. Thank you, and I hope to see you later.